So in this video, I'm going to go into depth in all the various factors that will affect being able to sustain an erection during sex. Welcome, I'm Jonathan White. I'm here to help you master your sexual energy so you can manifest your ideal life. I highly recommend going through my free ejaculation control course. You'll find the link to that in the description of this video below. If you're interested in going deep into sexual and self-mastery, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to stay notified when I release new videos every week and do my live Q&As. In today's video, I'm going to address the issue of losing an erection during sex. So erection issues are very common for men of all ages. And for a lot of men, sustaining an erection for a long period of time has become a difficult task. And it's very common for men to be hard initially during sex, but throughout the span of intercourse, the erection starts to subside, it goes soft, it's semi-hard, or maybe you just have complete erection issues overall. So in this video, I'm going to go into depth in all the various factors that will affect being able to sustain an erection during sex. Number one, and the most important issue to look into, is your hormone levels. If you have low testosterone, if your hormone levels are out of balance, you have high estrogen, high cortisol levels, then erections and your overall libido are going to be negatively impacted. So first and foremost, the most important thing is to address any hormonal imbalances. You can get blood work done if you want, because then you'll know for sure what is going on with your hormone levels. But I will say that hormone tests can vary in their accuracy, and it will greatly vary throughout the day as well. I would say very good indications of having high testosterone levels. Number one is having regular nocturnal and morning erections, morning wood. If you have rock solid erections when you're asleep, if you wake up with erections, it's a good sign that your testosterone levels are fairly normal. If you are not experiencing nocturnal erections, morning erections, then it's very possible that you have low testosterone. And just in general, having high testosterone is associated with high energy levels, high sexual desire, having the overall drive and energy to go out and do things. And I'll share some quick tips to you for men for boosting your testosterone, because having healthy testosterone levels is essential for having a normal erection response in your body. Most important thing is reducing stress. High cortisol levels from stress are almost always correlated with low testosterone levels in men. So do whatever you can to reduce stress. Practice meditation, practice breathing exercises to keep yourself calm and in the parasympathetic state throughout your day. Getting plenty of sleep. You can be doing everything else in your life right, but if you're not getting quality sleep, your health and your sexual libido are not going to be where you want them to be. So the most important thing is to get quality sleep every night. Exercising regularly and reducing body fat is also extremely important for having healthy hormone levels. And of course, having a healthy diet where you're getting all of your important nutrients. A lot of men in this modern world are not getting the nutrients and the minerals they need. Specifically, getting your zinc, magnesium, boron, and selenium is essential for hormonal production in the body. So make sure you're getting all those, plus vitamin D, vitamin K. The second very important factor in determining your erection quality and being able to sustain your erections is, of course, having healthy blood flow. If you live a sedentary lifestyle, if you're not a very active person, then it's almost a guarantee that you're going to run into some sort of sexual issue. You need to move your body. Our bodies were not designed to sit around all day. They need to be kept moving, keep the blood flowing. Otherwise, your circulation becomes very weak, very poor, and you have shitty erections. I highly recommend that all men do cardiovascular exercise at a minimum 3 times a week. Of course, at your doctor's approval. Specifically lower body cardio. When you're really moving blood through your legs, this develops your cardiovascular system. You will have better blood flowing into your penis as well. For me, I noticed when I started to add 20 to 30 minutes of intense cardio exercise at least 3 times a week. My preferred methods are interval sprinting and elliptical machines. I noticed a significant correlation to much better erections. So basically get your blood flowing. This will help your hormones and your overall health as well, but it will especially help having better blood flow into your penis. Which brings me to point number 3, which is pelvic floor issues. A lot of men have a tight, intense pelvic floor. And a lot of men are actually squeezing the pelvic floor muscles during sex to try to hold an erection. If you are relying on a Kegel, basically, which is a squeezing of the pelvic floor, if you're relying on that to hold an erection, it means that number one, you've got other issues going on. There's not a proper flow of blood happening in your pelvic floor into and out of your penis, and relying on that squeezing of the pelvic floor to hold an erection over time is only going to make the issue worse and worse. And it doesn't help that a lot of experts are recommending that men practice Kegels to have harder erections. This causes a bit of an illusion in that initially it seems that the squeezing of the pelvic floor, the Kegel, is helping your erection, because what it does is it pushes blood into the penis and holds it there. So it pumps it up a bit. The problem is that this is not how the erection mechanism of the human body was meant to be. Erections are meant to be caused by blood consistently flowing into and out of the penis through the arterial network, flowing into the spongiosum, flowing out of the dorsal veins on the top. This is what's meant to be propelling an erection. Squeezing your pelvic floor muscles, you're simply holding the blood in there. It becomes stagnant. And this also causes tension patterns to become built in the pelvic floor. When you're squeezing a Kegel, it's requiring blood to be pulled into those pelvic floor muscles to hold that engagement. And that's actually limiting the amount of blood that would otherwise be flowing in and out of your penis. So working on releasing tension patterns from your pelvic floor. If you're squeezing your pelvic floor during sex, then you have this. And this also causes premature ejaculation. You really want to start rehabilitating your pelvic floor, removing these pelvic floor tension patterns. For a really great, simple daily routine, check out my video called the top 4 exercises for pelvic floor tension. The fourth factor to having quality erections is going to be your brain chemistry, specifically your arousal response. And this really relates to your dopamine and serotonin systems, because a lot of men in the modern world are spending a lot of time looking at porn, scrolling through social media, doing these dopamine releasing instant gratification activities. It is actually desensitizing the dopamine network and the arousal response in the body. Basically, you're frying out your dopamine receptors, that reward chemical. Porn is one of the worst things for this, but also drugs, social media, a lot of different things could be doing this. Basically, you're wiring your body to require high levels of external stimulation just to feel normal, especially in regards to your sexual arousal. If you're requiring very arousing sexual images, in porn, to become aroused, because porn is so overstimulating, being in a normal sexual situation with your partner often isn't stimulating enough, and you develop what I would call sexual ADD, where you need a new image of a new girl every minute or so just to sustain your arousal, and without that, you go soft very quickly. So getting your dopamine and serotonin systems back into balance is actually a very important part of having quality erections. What I recommend to do this, first of all, limit instant gratification dopamine releasing activities. You can do a bit of a Google search to find out exactly what this is, but basically things like porn is the number one thing to eliminate. Mindlessly scrolling through social media, just scrolling through apps in general, playing video games, spending hours watching Netflix. Replace these with more natural, full body engaging activities like going outside and walking in nature, practicing meditation, going to the gym, exercising, hiking, socializing with friends, learning to play a musical instrument, practicing yoga or qigong. These things will help to balance the chemistry of your brain, get you back in your body, and normalize your nervous system. Also, spending time in sunlight is very important for regulating your serotonin and circadian rhythm as well. Then the fifth factor here I'm going to talk about is stress. And this is a very important one. I've already covered this a little bit before in regards to hormones, but stress is the number one killer of libido in the modern world. When you're in a state of stress, you're in that sympathetic fight or flight state throughout the day, your cortisol is elevated, your sexual hormones are going to be lower. And this is a problem for a man who wants to have a healthy sex life. Reducing stress has a profound impact for your overall health and well-being, and especially for your sexual vitality. But another factor to this here is simply performance anxiety during sex. If you're having sex and you're in your head, you're worried about, am I going to lose my erection? Am I going to lose my erection? You're focusing on that, then it's usually enough for it to happen. It's a stress response in your body. You're worried, you're in panic mode, you're in fear mode, you're up in your head, overthinking. So learning to build your sexual confidence, learning to get out of your head, to get into your body is very important in being able to have the sexual endurance that you want to have. What I recommend for this is to practice meditation and practice Qigong. Qigong is a really amazing system of energetic and physical cultivation that really balances the nervous system, really helps to release stress and mental tension patterns, and to really open up the body so that you can hold more desire, build your sexual vitality, and last longer in bed, and have better erections as well. Check out my Qigong playlist and start practicing Qigong for at least 10 minutes a day, and just notice what that does for your overall vitality. So again, just to sum up what I've talked about in this video, the most important factors of being able to sustain an erection are your hormone levels, your blood flow and cardiovascular health, a balanced pelvic floor, having normalized healthy brain chemistry, and then a reduction of stress and a feeling of inner peace and calmness, even during sexual excitement. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I made a very comprehensive video of all the different factors that affect a man's ability to have an erection. So if you're really suffering from erection problems, check out my ultimate erection guide video. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, and let me know in the comments below the number one thing that you took away from this video. Have a great day, my friends.